Welcome back to Stream It. We're back for the summer.
Yeah.
The long-awaited
For
suspense.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but we're back.
keep the people wanting more.
Yeah, it's good to have a good long pause because then there's a lot to talk about
Absolutely.
when we
Yeah.
come back instead of just like us like talking about the same
Right,
stuff.
the same
Right.
shows and yeah.
Yeah, so since it's been a while, I figured we should just talk about what we're watching now, if we've seen anything recently that's worth checking out.
I like it. I think probably a popular one, Netflix, that came out early this summer. The next season of Bridgerton dropped.
Yes.
So obviously you had to tune into that.
You're well aware.
Yes, I'm very well aware.
And I don't think it disappointed. Maybe not as good as season 2. I mean, Kate and Anthony that was top notch for me, but it was good.
I really liked the season itself. I don't love Colin.
Colin, yeah.
He makes it hard for me to get into the couple because I just don't like him.
Right. Yeah, he started off a little extra annoying too with like, I'm a world traveler and
Yeah.
I'm cool. And it was like, okay. But I don't know. I guess that was kind of part of it at the end,
Yeah.
but still.
But like good storylines and everything.
Yeah.
Side subplots and stuff.
Yeah. I think, will they do more? Like,
They're doing like every
right.
child gets their own season. Because that's what happens in the books. Every kid gets one. So I think the next one is Francesca.
Oh, nice.
This
Or
was
no-
technically not her season.
Oh, wow.
So she gets her own season.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I had a friend who read all the books explain it to me. And I was
Oh.
like, was this not her season? She was like, no, it wasn't. And, like, you're stupid for saying that. I was like, oh, okay.
How many books are there?
How many Bridgertons are there? I don't even know.
It's been
Jeez.
3. I don't know. I've never read
Anthony,
the books.
Benedict, Gregory,
Oh.
Hyacinth, Francesca, Eloise,
Anthony and Daphne.
Daphne. I already said Anthony. So 7.
Wow.
We're 3 in. Oh, Colin, 8.
Jeez. In
So-
it for the long haul.
What was this? Collins?
Yeah. Technically, even though everyone was like, it's Penelope's season.
Right. I mean, this season at least was a big switch up from like how it started with her,
Yeah.
with Penelope at least. That was like the not end of her arc, but like
Yeah.
since the first season started. Without spoiling anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. So yeah, I guess there is more Bridgerton to be had.
A lot more. Good one. That's a good one.
I feel like we've talked about this on the show before, but I just finished rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series. Very good.
Yeah.
It makes me both.
That like took you a while.
Yeah, I kind of watched it back and forth. There was like a few weeks where I just kind of stopped.
Because I feel like the last time we talked about this, you talked about this on the show before. That's what you just said.
Maybe, yeah.
Or maybe it was just in
But
the
he was
office.
rewatching.
Yeah,
You don't
and it's
see-
How many-
it's 3 seasons.
Oh, okay.
Granted, they're pretty short. I think I finished like the back half of season 3 like in a day because I was just like, I'm so close to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes me both excited for the live action version because I'm like, oh, this is gonna look cool. This will look cool. Like I'm excited for this character. I'm excited for this arc. But then it also makes me like nervous because this show is just—it's so much better. The animated,
Oh, yeah.
it's just so good. And it's like you don't.
I liked the
You
live
don't have to
action.
touch it. No one needed to touch this.
I liked the live action, but I wasn't like a huge like the animated version. Like I had never really seen it. Like
Yeah.
little bits and pieces. So I went back and rewatched some of those episodes, and the OG is obviously very
Yeah.
good.
Just the characters are better.
They're so good.
So much more likable.
Yeah.
Aang especially.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Sorry, no beef with the actor, but it's hard to get an actual 12-year-old and have him be good.
Yeah, that's true.
I finished watching that for the first time recently too, the animated one. So
Oh.
now I'm watching Legend of Korra, and I'm almost done with
We
season
watched
2.
that.
Nice.
Yeah,
That was good.
I like that one a lot. I thought I wouldn't be able to get into it because it's all new characters, but
I would.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if they made a live action of Legend of Korra after. We'll see.
that would be cool.
I would love a live action of just like something else. Like stop remaking things.
Oh,
You already
sure.
have this history that you've created, or you could go, the next Avatar past Korra. Like you can do so much with the world,
Oh, just like a new
within
thing.
just like a
yeah.
new thing,
Yeah.
or like
That would be
a
cool.
Avatar Kyoshi live action. Like,
Kind of
that
like
would
what
be
Star
cool.
Wars does, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like pop in and out around the timeline.
That would
Yeah.
be cool.
Make
It's a good
some-
idea.
Make some new stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they're writing like there's like 4 like novels out now, but they're about like Avatar Kyoshi
Mm-hmm.
and then the Airbender Avatar before Aang.
Mm-hmm.
But even that, I'm like, write like a new thing. I kind of
Yeah.
would want to just see that instead of
Right.
something that like already happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Korra was mine.
Oh,
I'll go
is
again.
Korra
Hold on. I actually made a list to try
You
to.
didn't
remember
write it
the
on your
stuff
show
like that.
sheet.
No, I should have.
I got these new seasons just drop, and then you're like, oh, I've been watching that show, so I've got to tune back in. So another one was The Boys, the Amazon Prime show. So we've got a couple episodes left, but more of the same with that. Just superheroes being bad. Have you? Neither of you have seen that, right?
No, it's too gory for me.
It is gory. It is a lot.
Do you like it? The same as previous seasons, better or worse?
It's the same. It's like a
Stay the course.
continuation. So
That's good. That's consistent.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, hopefully, I feel like this season we'll get a few more answers. As I think some of those things, those through lines are coming to an end, but I don't know how many more seasons they're going to do or whatever. So, but yeah, it was pretty good.
Nice. I'm in the mid. It's because it's releasing now. I've been watching Hard Knocks, the off season
Oh yeah.
one, which is a lot of fun because it's like preseason. I never watched any of the preseason ones because to me that would be boring. Like, okay, they're in training camp. You cut some end of bench guys, like big whoop.
Yeah.
But the off season is they're talking about like Saquon and who they're gonna draft with the 6th pick.
Oh yeah.
And they like showed in this, the second episode just came out last night, and they showed their interviews with all like the top draft candidates. So we saw Drake May talking to the Giants. We saw Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels,
Oh wow.
and the Neighbors, who we know they eventually draft Neighbors, but they talked to him and Roma Dunze, and so it was just cool seeing those guys pop up and see like how the Giants were like interested, and they like the Giants GM talked to the Patriots GM and was like, hey, if you guys think about trading out of 3, like talk to us.
Wow.
And so just cool seeing those little tidbits.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the stuff I like. So I'm excited.
How many people did they like interview? Like,
They showed those 5 interviews with the players. I'm sure they talked to more, but it was during the draft combine. They get to interview the guys.
oh, cool. That's pretty neat.
I watched Fallout,
Did
which
you?
we
Nice.
watched the trailer for, like the last episode we did, and it was so good. I
Really?
loved it. It like really took a turn like 3 episodes in, where it switched from like, oh, this is pretty good to like.
Was
I
it
was in
intense? Or
It was, but it's also like a comedy. Like
yeah.
a lot of the stuff is done with like a little bit of humor, but in
Yeah.
like a good way. It's a good balance.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, I've never played the video games. And
Mhm.
I don't know if that even like would spoil anything for the show. I think they changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But like, it's like mysterious, and it's like, oh, what's going on? Like, who's the villain?
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
lying? Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just really good.
Dang, good.
It's on my list. I watched the first episode and just haven't
Yeah.
circled back to it yet.
Yeah, it's on my list too.
And it actually looked good too, like visually.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it could have been a show that looked horrible based on all the special effects, but it looked really good. I feel like Amazon like does well with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's
Their
one thing
originals have been
that's
pretty good.
changed is that video game show and film adaptations are just like they look so much better.
Yeah.
I think studios are starting to realize that fans just like want something that looks like the game. And it's like the costumes are like this, like the Vault Dweller costumes
Yeah.
are like pulled straight from it, and like how the vault looks and all that stuff. I think they're finally realizing that fans don't not want something that looks new. They want something that looks and feels the same,
Authentic.
just with like a new story.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a long time, like a while ago, where video game adaptations were never good. And now we're in a period where they're like better than
They're, like,
remakes and
right.
reboots and stuff.
They're hits.
Yeah.
I think a pivotal point was the Sonic one, where they came out and was like, Sonic in real life, what would a mutated hedgehog look like? And everyone was like, no, that's not what we want.
Oh, yeah.
We know what Sonic looked like. Just give that, like, we'll forget about the realism. Like, just give us that.
Absolutely.
What Sonic actually looks like.
Yeah, that first iteration
Yeah.
of Sonic was
Crazy.
That was the funniest thing
creepy
that's
looking.
I
maybe
know.
ever happened in movies.
And I feel
Like, why? Why did they go that route?
And I feel like that flipped a switch in, producer's head. And I was just like, oh, like, maybe the Vault Dwellers, costumes, like, wouldn't really be, useful or, look good. But it's what the fans know. We'll just give them that.
Yeah.
There's definitely a balance there for sure.
Right.
Then like the Mario movie.
Yeah.
They just made it look like what it
Right.
looks like.
Right.
Right. I feel like
Like
they
3D, yeah.
almost changed Mario a little bit, but for the most part, yeah. Like
pretty good.
every character looks like just a model from the game
Yeah.
pulled. Which is, that's what we want.
Have
That's
you
what that's what
seen-
Mario looks like.
How people were upset because in the movie Mario has like a flatter butt, and a bunch of people were like, he has a bigger butt than me. Like, why'd you take it away from him? And then someone was like, I fixed it, and it was like just like a bigger butt on it. But if that's the worst complaint you can come
Right.
up with, that's pretty
Right.
good.
Right.
Oh, God.
Great.
Yeah. Anything else?
I saw The Hitman on Netflix,
Oh, yeah, me
the
too.
movie. Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I got stressed at the end.
Yeah. The end was like a little crazy.
It was a little weird, but also just like, I don't know if this is necessarily spoilers, but he's like getting into just a bigger and bigger lie.
Yeah.
And he's just getting deeper and deeper into it.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, you're like, okay, the truth is going to come out. And then like they're going to fix it. And then no, they like double down. Like he's going to keep lying
Oh, God.
until
Yeah.
and you're just like, ah.
It's too much.
And I'm like, this is supposed to be a comedy, but I'm so stressed right now because he's in so deep.
It killed me too that so it starts being like, this is mostly a true story. And you're like, oh, wow, crazy. And then so many like insane things happen that I was like, how is this a true story? And like, if it is, like, how is this real man? Like, he has to be like in jail for life.
Right.
And then the movie ends, and then after like some of the credits, it's like, oh, by the way, we made up that one part. And I was like, that's the most insane part of the movie. Like, you should have made that more clear as soon as it ended, because I was literally sitting there like, this guy's insane.
Oh, my God.
That made me laugh out loud during the credits. And they're like, we made that up. I was
I
like,
was like, that's crazy. But yeah, that was a good one.
yeah,
Glenn Powell is like the king of Hollywood right now.
he's it.
Yeah.
What was the, him and,
Anyone but you?
yes.
Yeah.
I watched that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's fine.
And he's in the movie we're looking ahead to. Jeez.
I have one more. I watched the Do Not Destroy guys from SNL.
Yeah.
Do you know who?
Yes.
Yeah.
They made a movie, Treasure of Foggy Mountain. I think it's on Prime. I forget, but yeah,
Is it just their humor for
just
90
their
minutes?
humor for 90 minutes. They
Awesome.
go into like a national park to find treasure, and they find it, and what they're gonna do with it. People steal it. It's
Hijinks and Sue.
hijinks. This
Yeah.
is like the epitome of hijinks and Sue. It's just wild. But yeah, it's that humor that they have. Those, they're goofballs. But it was entertaining. So
That's good.
I did watch Unfrosted recently.
Oh, is that the Pop-Tart thing?
Yeah. And I don't want to be that person, but I hated it so much. I think
Man.
my issue is I don't like Jerry Seinfeld, and I, for some reason, thought he made the movie but wasn't in it. He's the main
No,
character.
he's the main character.
I don't know. There's like, I liked stupid comedies. It was too stupid. Like, there was so
Yeah.
much that I was like, what? It's not even the true story. It's fully false.
I know. I
Wait,
was.
so it's
It's like a fake
It's a
story
fake
of how
made-up story.
Pop-Tarts
Story
were
of how
invented.
Pop-Tarts-
Which, like, fine, okay. But, like,
Right.
it was, like, so... Did you watch it?
no,
Oh.
but I was so excited for. I love Pop Tarts. There
Yeah.
was a time in my life where I practically ate a Pop Tart every day.
Yeah.
And when they announced it, I was like, heck yeah. Comedy
Yeah.
about Pop Tarts, you know, getting
pretty
started
funny.
in the world.
Yeah.
I was like, Weird Al just came out with his movie that would like stretch, you know, weird, like it was completely false, but it was like funny. I was like, if they like somehow nail that kind of humor, like I'm all in.
Yeah.
And then it came out and I saw the reviews that it was just like unwatchable. And I was just so disappointed.
bad.
Now I'm mad because maybe I could have made a better Pop Tart movie, but now like who's gonna
What is
Trust
it?
ruined
What is
Right.
it on?
Netflix.
Is it?
Netflix?
And there's so many funny people in it, which, like, almost made me mad. Like, each time someone really good would appear, I was like, why did you do this movie?
Oh yeah.
I was
Was
getting...
it kind of funny or no?
There was, like, a few moments that I was like, huh.
Oh,
Like, Melissa McCarthy was in it,
Oh,
and I like her a lot, so, like, she had a few moments that I was like, huh.
dang.
But that was kind of it. Like, Amy Schumer was, like, the villain. I was like, what? What is happening? And
2024.
because she
where-
works at Post,
Oh,
Right.
the rival.
that's good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Disappointing.
Yeah, it was rough. All right, so now we can get into the fun part. In the spirit of summer just beginning recently, we thought we should do another draft because those are fun.
Absolutely.
And Cam came up with the idea of let's just do movies that involve water as like an important part of the plot.
Sure, yeah.
Just to have
Yeah.
water in there.
The
So,
setting or the
top 5 movies with water.
Such a wide net to cast
into the water.
into the water. So many options. I love
Ooh,
it.
how are we starting?
Do you want to do like you hold out a 1 or a 2, and whoever has the unique number
Goes first.
goes first.
Sure.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh,
Jared.
Let's go. All
so
right.
then do we go clockwise?
Sure, we'll just go down the.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. My number 1 pick of movies with water. I'm gonna pick Jaws. Just a
Okay.
classic.
What?
Great movie.
So, okay.
What a surprise. It's only one of
You
your
know.
favorites.
I saw that
One of
coming.
one of my favorites. A lot of water in it. Sometimes they're even under the water,
Yeah.
and the main villain lives in the water. So
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. I love
Covers all the bases.
Covered all the bases.
it. Love
Shot in Nantucket.
it. Shot in it. Massachusetts movie.
Add that one up. Bang. Let's go.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Go nuts.
All right. My water movie is Avatar 2, Way of Water. Literally a tribe of people who live on and amongst the water.
Right. Bonus points for having water in the title. Of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. I really liked it. It was a good switch up from. I was so curious with Avatar 1, like, where are you gonna go with this? And they like took it right out of that
Just went
setting
right into it.
and into a whole other like world.
It is kind of crazy that it was like 10 years later, and they're just like, yeah, right back to it.
Yeah, yeah.
All the characters reintroduced right away.
But that they traveled to like a different. I don't
Yeah.
know, it was like the whole different setting and a whole different like storyline, sort of. But yeah, I liked that one, and
I need to watch that.
very aquatic.
Yeah.
My first pick is Finding Nemo.
Nice,
Ooh,
nice.
I was
Good
on my
one.
list for sure.
Ah,
A lot of water in Finding Nemo.
say the whole thing is underwater.
Sometimes they're in a dentist's office.
In a tank of water.
In a tank of water.
Or a toilet.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, just classic.
Classic. Can't go
Gotta
wrong.
go with it. Nostalgia.
I think you get to go twice.
We're going to do a snake?
Oh, I don't know. Should we?
I don't know.
Or just keep
Feels
going around.
wrong for me to choose. Okay.
Okay,
then
we'll
you
just
go.
go. Okay.
We'll just keep going.
I mean, I won the whatever game that's called. My second pick, it was number 2 on my board, so I'm happy that it made its way back to me. Pirates of the Caribbean. If I have to be specific, I'll go Curse of the Black Pearl.
That's a good one. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Oh, Cam did.
I had Nemo and Pirates on my list.
A lot of water in Pirates. Pirates pretty notorious for hanging about the water.
It's true.
A lot of land scenes,
But still,
but enough water.
I mean, they've underwater scenes too.
They do.
With the skeletons and the.
Yeah, it's true.
I see a lot of people lately talking about who's the villain with the tentacles.
Davy Jones.
Yes. How like even though that movie's like kind of old now, like that's the best like CGI / like makeup
Mhm.
like in a movie, and how like we should just like return to doing stuff like that instead of over CGIing
Yeah.
because like it looked really good.
That
Yeah.
was sweet. For my next one, I'm gonna go with Moana.
Ah, dang it.
Water's
Good one,
an
good
actual
one.
character in that movie.
It is. The ocean chose Moana.
That's right.
Dang. I'm in trouble.
You couldn't get Nemo and Moana.
I'm dwindling.
You're running out of.
Okay.
How many are we doing? How many rounds we got here?
5.
Oh,
Five,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
at
running.
that.
Did you only come up with 5?
No, I have 4 more.
Okay. Better hope we don't take any.
And you probably will. My second, if I can't have Moana, is Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Oh yeah,
Big part of that is in the water.
yeah.
So
sure.
like, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I guess they're
The whole water people.
villain, but not really. Like, they're a whole tribe that lives underwater.
Right,
That's
right,
true.
right.
Kind of forgot about that.
Yeah. It's like a
Yeah.
whole. I think the whole like
That's what it
middle of the
was.
movie is
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I mean, there's also the scene on the oil rig,
right.
like the opening scene.
Yes.
They'll come out of the water.
It's pretty creepy too.
Yeah.
The like music that would play when they would like rise up. I was like, oh,
Right,
Black
right.
Panther! Oh my gosh.
Crazy. Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right. I don't think this was on anyone else's draft board, but I'm going to stick with my Buccaneer-esque theme. I'm going to go with Muppets Treasure Island.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
great one.
You know, nothing really under the water, but they're on the water for a lot of it. Just love me a good Muppets movie.
Yeah. I'm gonna go the other direction and go Aquaman, superhero
Nice.
movie.
Nice.
Jason Momoa, getting after it.
Once again, you got Aqua in the title.
Right, you know.
Winning by unofficial rules.
Right.
Style points.
Okay. Okay.
Running out of
For my
options.
third, I will say Little Mermaid.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yep.
Another classic pick.
Animated and live action. I liked them both.
All right. I'm going to go with another that I don't think was on anyone's list. I'm going to go back to animated. Or this is actually my first animated pick. I'm going to say Surf's Up
Oh, the penguins?
with the penguins.
Nice.
Or I think the main character is a
Oh.
penguin. I don't know. Actually, a lot of them are penguins.
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
that's a
Nice
good one. That's a
surfer
deep
movie.
cut.
Yeah.
Is Surf's Up also the name of the movie? The girl who gets her arm bitten? Soul Surfer.
That's called Soul Surfer.
Soul Surfer.
Oh yeah. What's
Also
the
an
other
option.
surfer Point
Point Break
Break?
yeah.
That movie?
with
Yes.
Keanu Reeves and
Yeah.
Heath
Is that a
Ledger.
surf movie?
They remade it recently.
Huh?
I think part of it's surfing. It's just like all extreme sports.
Or no,
I've
what's
never
never the
seen
girl?
either.
It's like Blue. Something.
Blue Crush?
Maybe it's Blue. Yeah, I don't know.
Blue something. I know what you're talking about.
My fourth pick. I'm gonna go with the Meg.
All right.
Big old shark. Right in line with
Right,
my.
biggest shark.
That's right up your alley.
Right in line with my
Big
monster
monsters,
verse.
right.
Yeah.
Did you see the second one?
I haven't seen the second one yet.
Okay.
I forgot forgot they made a second one.
Yeah.
So
Jason Statham's filmography is just a wonder.
seriously,
It's crazy what he signs up for.
Okay, my fourth one is I don't know if you guys have even ever heard of it. Overboard with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn
wow.
from like the 90s, I think.
Wow.
She is like a awful like rich person on a yacht, and Kurt Russell like works on the yacht, and she's horrible to him, but then she falls overboard one day and gets amnesia and doesn't remember who she is, so he offers to like take care of her until she feels better, but like gets revenge. I don't like
God.
he like is like, oh, they could never make this movie now. I think he says something like, you're my wife and these are our kids, like, don't you remember? And she's like, no, but like, okay, I guess you're right. And then
Oh God.
they like have her like do all the chores around the house, but then they fall in love.
Aw. Wow.
Does she ever remember?
She does.
Dang.
And then what?
There's a happy ending, guys. But I used to watch that all the time as a kid because my mom loved it. So it has a special place in my heart.
Nice.
They did remake it actually recently, and it was horrible, and we stopped it like 10 minutes in.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
I think Anna Faris was in it, but she wasn't the bad part. Whoever played the guy was like horrible. Oh, they gender swapped. That's what it was too. Not good. Don't watch that one.
Yeah. Dang.
All right. Never heard of that. For my fifth one, I got some options. I'm deep in my list. I think I'm gonna shore up with like the titles. I'm gonna account for that. I've never actually seen this movie, but I'm gonna go with Waterworld. If there's a movie with water in it, it's Waterworld.
What is that?
I don't fully know the plot.
Oh, is that
but
the one with the pool?
I don't know, but the plot came out in like the 90s or something. The plot is that the icebergs like melted, and this is way in the future, so like the whole world is like
no.
flooded.
Not the one I was thinking of.
And all I know about this is that it's like the largest and most expensive set ever built.
Oh, wow.
Because they built this. It's like this city that's like floats in the water, and that's where like all the people live. And they like built it and like filmed on that so they could get the shots of it being in the water.
Oh, my God.
I think Kevin Costner's in it.
Dang.
I don't know. There's a lot of water in it.
I'll,
So,
I'll
like-
take your word for it.
Right. So just on purely like how much water is in our movies, I'm hoping this carries a lot of the weight.
Right. For my final pick, I do have one more, but I don't know if I would want this one on my list first. But Finding Dory, or is that
No, I feel like that's allowed.
technicality?
Different
Sequel.
movie from Finding Nemo.
All right, I'll take it.
Not as good, but
For my final one, Underwater. I think it came out a few years ago. It has Kristen Stewart in it. It's basically Alien, but underwater.
I remember the trailer for this.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. It's like the same plot basically, where like it's like researchers in an underwater like science base,
Oh, yeah.
and then something happens where like they have to. The only way to like get to safety is they have to first like cross the ocean floor, like tethered together. But like there's something in the water,
Oh my god.
and yeah, it was very alien-like, but it's fully underwater.
I'm liking my list a lot. I ended up with Jaws, Pirates of the Caribbean, Muppets Treasure Island, Surf's Up, and Waterworld.
Nice.
Nice. I too like my list. I got Avatar 2, Way of Water, Aquaman, Moana, The Meg, and Finding Dory.
That's
Solid.
like fully you, that whole list. That like sums you up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Mine's a hot mess. Finding Nemo, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Little Mermaid, Overboard, Underwater.
Nice.
Nice.
Honorable mention, when you said that the ice caps melted, Ice Age The Meltdown.
Oh, yeah.
Great one.
There is, yeah.
I'm a little surprised no one took Titanic.
That's
Thought
true.
about it,
It's
but
only
like,
the
I don't
biggest
really
movie
like that
ever.
movie.
I already had a
considered-
James Cameron film, so I
Yeah.
True.
didn't want to overdo it.
True. Titanic is like like morbid. Like it takes place in water,
Yeah.
beginning and end.
Right. Water is kind of the bad guy here. Those are all your summertime movies to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so looking ahead, I kind of stuck to the theme of like some of these were summer blockbusters. So I picked what I feel like is going to be a summer blockbuster, and it's Twisters.
Oh, yeah.
Reboot, I think it's a reboot of
Yeah.
Twister.
Right.
I don't think it's a continuation.
No.
And that's in theaters July 17th.
The once-in-a-generation tornado outbreak continues across Oklahoma.
We've never seen tornadoes like this before, and we need your help.
No, I don't chase anymore.
Kate, we can save lives.
I'll give you 1 week.
All right, fellas. We got PhDs from NASA, FEMA, and
Kate, she's the smartest person I know.
Hey, dudes. This is interesting. Who are they?
It's Tyler Owens. Calls himself a tornado wrangler.
if you feel it.
Scared of nothing and I'm scared to death.
You know, our crew is not like your crew.
I can't breathe and I catch my breath.
We don't need PhDs and fancy tech. Sometimes the old ways are better than the new.
Well, you can always trust a guy who puts his face on a t-shirt. Are those fireworks?
Yes, ma'am. You got quite the reputation, city girl. You think you can disrupt a tornado?
In theory. But in the field, in the moment, I got it wrong. We never had a chance.
You want one?
Are you seeing this?
We got twins! Twins!
They're combining. Go faster.
Let's ride. It's all right to be scared. Fear's the reason you do it. You don't face your fears, you ride them.
Holy,
You ever see anything like this?
not like this.
Hold on, hold on, hold on!
That's like pretty cool.
Right? I feel like that movie is meant to be seen in a drive-in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely a summer blockbuster vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
Funny. The whole concept's funny to me.
I love how absurd it is. Of like,
Right.
Right.
The twins, but
Right.
also being like, you can disrupt a tornado.
Right. They stood together, so close together during all the times they were on screen talking to each other.
You don't face your
Because
fears.
he's
You
hungry.
ride them.
Yeah.
He's the hunky tornado wrangler.
Oh, wow.
Have you
She's
guys
just a
seen?
city girl with a PhD.
Clearly has like trauma from tornadoes. She said, "I'll do it one last time." Classic. Come on.
In the field, I got it wrong. Now I'll get it right.
Have you guys seen Twister?
Like
Like the
once.
first, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
My dad had it on VHS, I think.
I watched it like a few years ago for the first time at Jimmy's, and his mom was like, "Let's watch it outside," because they have a little projector. And I was like, "Okay." And she was like, "This one's a classic. Like, we have to watch it." It like scared me so much.
Oh yeah.
I was like 22.
Was it just surviving a tornado?
Like, basically, but it like keeps happening the whole movie. I've never been so stressed out in my life. And it's like real, like it could happen. So I'm like, this isn't fun. I'm not enjoying
You're
myself.
outside, so you feel a breeze, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, it was pitch black outside. There's a scene where they're at a drive-in, and the tornado comes back.
Oh god.
It's horrifying.
I like that, just like Jaws, where this giant monster, but it's a tornado.
Yeah.
Basically.
Keeps coming back.
Yeah.
And then this one was like, what if we set the tornado on fire?
Right.
And there's 2 of them.
Right.
Why not?
It's basically the Monsterverse.
Can't wait for the sequel, like more twisters.
Well, it is funny that all they did was add the S.
Yes.
It's crazy that there's like a whole genre on just natural disaster movies,
Yeah.
like San Andreas.
Right. But it's funny. It's
The
like
Rock's in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's like earthquake. You can make it like bigger, and like earthquakes can get crazy. People know this. It's like twisters can obviously be devastating. It's like you can only make it so big before it's like
Right.
you can't do that.
Right. Right.
So we have 2 twisters, and they're combining, and it's on fire.
And like, the whole point is that like they're purposely driving into these things.
Yeah.
And then they're like, why is this happening to us? Like, you're right next to it.
Shooting fireworks into them.
I
That's actually
saw
kind of cool.
a comment that was like, people in the Midwest are like so horribly devastated and traumatized by tornadoes like every year, but they're the main target for this movie, and they're like, yeah, twisters! Like, can't wait to see it.
That's what it's like.
That happened last week.
There's gonna be a story of people watching this at a drive-in, and then a tornado shows up.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
I feel like, have they made a movie yet about just like a really bad thunderstorm? I think that's the last thing. That's the only
Right.
thing they haven't done.
Right.
Guys, it was lightning really bad outside.
But like the lightning becomes like alive. Or,
More
like, they have to
lightning.
maybe it's a big lightning.
Yeah.
They all combined.
They're combining.
The first lightning strike struck down our lightning rod. So now the next one's gonna hit wherever.
So I think that's going to be a big one this
Yeah.
year. I have a feeling.
Yeah,
Coming out
maybe.
soon.
17.
So that's all I had for this episode.
All
Just
right.
ease back into it.
Yeah. Well, good. Good stuff.
And we'll see you soon on the next episode of Stream It.